What's going on, guys? Welcome back. And a lot of you may be like, what is this? Hobbricks making a Marvel video? It's been so long. And yeah, it has been a while since I made a Marvel video. And I've just been trying to make more videos and other things, but since I'm in this kind of phase of making custom minifigures and showing you custom minifigures, I wanted to show you these minifigures, which I actually updated back in the September to December stretch of last year, but never actually showed you guys, because I didn't have a fully good camera that really operated properly. But now I have the time and I have the camera quality, and I'm going to show you my updated Tony Stark and Black Widow from Avengers Endgame. As you know, I'm not a fan of Endgame, but I know a lot of you are, and I know a lot of you probably want more Marvel content from me. So today is that day. Today you are going to get some more Marvel content from me. So for Black Widow here, I use the torso and legs from Age of Ultron Black Widow, and then just a plain black arm on this side, and then this arm, which I always use because I think it looks really good, from either, I think it's series 15 or 16. If you guys know, let everyone know in the comments below, but it's like an agent minifigure from either series 15 or 16. I can never quite remember. I gave her this pistol piece, and then you may remember I used to use a fingerless glove technique where I sharpied up to the tips of the hands to make it look like fingerless gloves. And I haven't used that technique in a while, and the reason why is because I just don't like the way it looks, because it just gets kind of messy, and it also rubs off. I think it used to look cool, but now it just rubs off and it looks ugly, and I don't like using it. But I know a lot of you probably might like using it, so if you like using that technique, go ahead. And speaking of head, the head I used was, of course, from Black Widow from Infinity War, and then the hair, this is the Elsa hairpiece from Frozen 2, or from the Disney minifigure series 2. And I know a lot of people have had discussion over whether or not this hairpiece actually looks all that good. I think it actually looks quite good. Once you sharpie it, I used two different red Sharpies from two different brands, and it added a lot of weathering and texture, which I think looks really good. And then just go down to the edge there, or to the tip of the hair, like it has the braid that goes over the shoulder. I think from the back especially, it looks really good. It does poof up a little bit at the top, which you could criticize, and I completely agree and understand why some people may not like this technique, but I think it just looks great. So I think the Elsa hairpiece looks great for Black Widow. So I know not everyone does, but that's what I used for Black Widow, and I wanted to show you that right there. Then I'm going to show you this Iron Man minifigure. You may remember I've shown this off many times. I think I did a Bricktober pack with this, but I actually updated it in September, and I updated it like a couple days ago. So the torso is the same. It's just I got a bunch of black and silver Sharpie and just made it look like he's weathered and battle damaged, of course, from the end of Endgame when he does the snap. So I just added all this weathering. And then for the Darth Vader transformation, like burnt up Anakin Skywalker leg, I actually Sharpied around the sides so it would look like he's kind of battle damaged there. And it's got like, it looks like dual molded legs. So I actually like the way that looks, and it just makes it look better than just the silver leg there. I have two Darth Vader transformation minifigures, so I'm not worried about ruining that. The gold arms and the red hand, and then on this side I have the hand that I've showed you before where I Sharpied on the Infinity Gauntlet. That was extremely difficult, but I really like the way it turns out. Even though it's not on like a metal color or anything, I think that still looks really cool. I used, of course, the Tony Stark hairpiece, and then this face is the same. It's got all the bruises and then the blood there. But the main difference here is I added the completely, like, burnt to a crisp Tony when he snapped at the end of Endgame. And although I don't love that ending and I don't love the film, I really like the way that this looks. I really like the way that this turned out looking. I got a mix of black, silver, and red Sharpie, so you got blood and then also just the charredness of all of it. And although he is kind of grinning there and that looks a little weird, I personally just think this looks really great. It's like on the same head, you've got, you know, the Tony fighting, going up against Thanos here, the agitated battle face, you know, the I am Iron Man. And then on this side, you've got the burnt up face when he has been defeated and he has defeated Thanos. And I just think that that looks really cool. And I really like the way that turned out. I even have it going down to the neck there, if you can see. So I'm really pleased with how that turned out. I know not everyone might love that, but I still really like the way that that looks. And that's about it for this Avengers Endgame updated minifigures of Black Widow and Tony. I'm actually going to be making a video in a couple weeks once we reach the 1-year anniversary of Endgame's release. I'm going to revisit the film and talk about the things that I really like about it, because I spent a lot of time ranting about it and saying negative things about it, so I want to be positive on it, and that's something we really need in these times of, you know, this quarantine and all that. So I'm going to be doing that in a couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. But I just wanted to give you these updated battle damage Tony Stark and this Black Widow minifigure from Endgame. So as always, please let me know all your thoughts in the comments below, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.